Hello, welcome. I don't really know what to talk about. We're just chilling today, to be honest. Sometimes I feel like we could just get together and not have anything serious to talk about. I have not taken out my Switch 2 since landing, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Go grab whatever you feel comfortable with. I don't even know. It doesn't even have to be a game. I got my Switch. You can grab like a tea or something. Let's just chill and hang out. Just gonna try something new, try something different, and see what sticks. I love that so much. Just it snapping into place. It's so satisfying. I went to the Target that was nearby me. They did not have anything that was Switch 2 related. I was looking at some cases online for that particular store. I thought they were Switch cases, or Switch 2 cases, but when I went to the actual store, I took a closer look at them. I'm like, wait a second. These were not Switch 2 cases, but that's okay. The game that I am currently playing, well, it says here, Mario Kart. Yes. But the game that I have loaded or in my game card slot is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Can you believe that I have not played a full Zelda game through and through? If I do play a full Zelda game, it will be Breath of the Wild. So I bought the Switch 2 upgrade, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, I bought the game, even though it may have been years. And I guess what's crazier is that I've bought the game, I've had it for years, and I have not completed it ever since. And it only took a new Switch, like a new Switch, for me to start playing it again. But that's what we have on the Switch itself. I am still also trying to complete Pokemon Violet. I had like a fallout when like the new Pokemon games came out on the Switch. I feel like I did not complete any of them. Like the last completed game I did was ORAS, and that was probably like my favorite game, my favorite remake, favorite game. And I'm so excited for them to bring back A to Z with Mega Evolutions. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be great. I think at least that's what's happening, by the way. Not too sure yet. I do like to keep myself out of the loop sometimes, just so that I can get the full experience of being surprised. So that's what I like to do with movies as well. I don't really like to even watch the trailer sometimes. Sometimes more than I can count. I just watched the movie without watching the trailer. I just like hear about it and I watch it when it releases, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. It gives me, nothing to expect, which makes my experience of watching the movie better in a way. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how I did that. It is very rare for me to just like yap. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go grab some water. Actually, I have water right here. Ugh. There are times where I can't yap for the life of me and I don't know what to talk about. And there are some days where it's like super effortless and I can yap about anything. Although it may not have any sort of significance or value, I just yap nonetheless. Okay, so I've owned this for, I believe, a couple of days now. The Lark PureVis 2 water bottle in the smaller size. I am glad that I got the smaller size. This is an update, by the way, of, well, like, I guess the progression of my first impressions. The size is great for me. I think this is 23 ounces. It fits in a car cup holder perfectly. It's a little loose in my bag, but that may not be the water bottle's problem. It's because this bag that I take with me I legit put in a travel tripod, or I put in 2 tripods, my Peak Design carbon fiber and the PGY Tech Mantis Pod Pro. So like a regular size travel tripod and then like a smaller tripod. And that's what regularly lives in there. So I guess the pocket is a little bit on the looser side. It still holds it no problem, but it tends to slide up easier. I think I'm just not used to having a water bottle in that pocket instead of a tripod. So yes, I did leave my tripod at home. I left my big camera at home, and I just have the Canon PowerShot V1 on a tiny little tripod, like legit the smallest tripod that I've ever seen. I went rambling and I went off topic. Okay, the Lark PureVis 2 first impressions. Yeah, fits in the car water bottle holder. I like the size. The filter is pretty nice, although I don't find myself wanting to use it regularly if I'm not traveling to a place that doesn't have clean water. But so far, like the places that I've traveled to has clean water. So I feel like what I might be doing in the future is just like once after this filter goes through its life, I'll just not use a filter and just use it as a regular water bottle, and then I will just keep using it. And once I do come across a place that needs a filter or where the water is kind of sketchy, I will probably use a filter. So maybe when I travel, I'll carry like a couple filters just in case, maybe even just one, you know, like it depends on how long my stay is. Plan accordingly. But it's not the most difficult to get water of from the straw when you're drinking it with the filter, but there's definitely a little bit of resistance, and that makes sense because, you know, you need to filter the water. It's not just going to magically filter without any sort of help from you, if that makes sense. I had no problem filling it. I thought the water level would rise if I were to put in the straw with the filter, but it's not too bad. The cleaning, I don't really know if I notice it. Like the water bottle lights up sometimes, and I'm like, oh, it's probably cleaning using the UV light or whatever, so that it stays like antibacterial. I don't know. The strap, not gonna lie. Wow, now it doesn't want to make noise. But for a bit today, it legit was like squeaking nonstop. Even if I like clipped it, unclipped it again, there we go. It's starting to squeak again. Yeah. So I clipped it onto my messenger bag, this one, and it was just like squeaking. Oh, look, it's lighting up. It's lighting up. It stopped. I still get excited about it lighting up. But it squeaks. I don't know how to remedy this. It annoys me, but that's the only like main thing that I don't like about the water bottle so far. Especially like if I want to be carrying it from the strap as it was intended to be hands-free. Also, I don't know how well this exterior will hold up when it comes to just like beating up the water bottle. It looks like, other than the black, it looks like I don't know what kind of metal material this is, but I believe that will just show over time if I like ding this up or scratch this up. I don't know how well it does with drops. I'm very scared that I'll drop it, but it's inevitable because it's a water bottle that I will probably use daily. I think that's enough update for the Lark PureVis 2. As always, don't forget to drink your water. But this is probably going to be my main water bottle for a while. I'm still not completely sold on the auto mode for the Canon PowerShot V1. Sometimes it activates the ND filter without there being a need for the ND filter, so it can't be like true auto for me, especially when I still want to shoot in log, because if I do put it into the hands of the camera, I probably won't get the settings or the look that I want a percentage of the time. So I guess I just have to use it with discretion. If I know I'll be more run and gun style, I will probably put it on like auto or something. If I know that I have a little bit more time to set up, then I'll do that. But in all honesty, I feel like maybe I've forgotten, but with the Canon R5, I've never really had a problem using it in full-on manual mode. But then again, you have extra dials, you have extra places where you can quickly adjust the settings. With this, you have like the touch screen and you have less dials. So I guess it's just gonna take more time. I have to learn the hard way at this point and just use it in the real world, essentially. So I'm super excited to take this camera in particular with me on my next trip. I think it might be my sort of main camera other than the R5. And yeah, I don't miss the Osmo Pocket 3. The Osmo Action 5 has its use cases as a sort of underwater camera, but for vlogging, I don't really miss it at all. This thing right here, the PowerShot V1, has like everything that I want and need in terms of a vlogging camera. So it's gonna be tough. It's not perfect by any means. The lens, if you're not using it, it's full wide focal length, then it's gonna be sucky, especially when you zoom in. I think you can kind of see the exposure change. The image will darken when you zoom in, and then the auto ISO will try to adjust and compensate for that. But I love how wide the image is. I love that you're able to color grade with C-Log 3. And while I don't have the same sort of Bluetooth connectivity with the DJI microphones, I could still connect them with the receiver. It's not a big deal. I think I'm gonna play a little bit of Mario Kart. What, I got him? What in the world? Let's go. Just finished filming a couple of TikToks. Don't mind this, by the way. I decided to open the window just to get like a different view for the vlog, I guess. But it's pretty noisy outside. It's windy and you can't even see much of the view at all, but it's fine. We'll roll with it. I want to sort of record in a different environment even though I'm in pretty much the same spot the whole time. But I filmed a couple of TikToks and they were absolutely the worst TikToks that I've posted. I don't know if I'm exaggerating on this, but it's because it's not because of the amount of time that I took, but it was very rushed because they were TikTok shop videos basically. So they were on a deadline and I had to just get them up and posted really quick. So I just basically showed the product and posted it like straight from the TikTok app. I literally took a couple minutes to film it and then just trimmed it a little bit, and it's most likely not going to perform very well, but it is what it is. You move on, and I'll probably redo those videos when I get back home, hopefully. But this is nice. A little bit of wind, a little bit of breeze, instead of some air conditioning. I'm still sort of experimenting with this camera and this setup in general because it's not a very tall setup. It's basically on a table at all times, and I can adjust the angle just a little bit in order for me to get me in frame. That's all it is. It's not going to be the most flattering because it's like angled up or like angled up towards me, but it's fine. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, there's a lot of city noise. For me personally, I'm not very much of a city fan. I don't know what it is. I love visiting cities, but would I live in one? Maybe not for like a super long time. Maybe I would live there for a year or two. But somewhere where I would like want to truly settle, I don't think it would be in a city. Unless it's like Seoul. Seoul, I think I could live in. And that's like the only city that I visited so far that I would want to live in. Tokyo is nice. I love Japan, but I can't live in Tokyo. I don't know where my brain is at the moment. It's all over the place because I initially wanted to play with my Switch 2. I took it out. I did not get to play much at all. Just the part that I recorded with you, and then I didn't even get to play that much afterwards. I think just a bunch of things has happened, even though I'm like staying indoors, which is very interesting to think about. But if you're new here and you're still watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. This is just something that you have to get used to with me. Just me thanking you for watching all the time, because I am truly, truly grateful. Like, even though it feels like not many people watch me, the views don't